Yeah, great day. Great day. Fight show. We're back.
Boys are back, man.
Clip us up for the Nate Diaz's for the thumbnail.
Edit a zoot in your mouth.
Edit a zoot in his mouth here. And some sunglasses. Yeah, we're back with the pod. When did we stop doing? I thought about this the other day. When did we stop doing the
Moment.
No, the you know when we introduced the guest, it's like I'm your host Diaz, Fijian.
I'm glad.
I don't do that. We don't do that no more, do we?
You say we're rolling.
We're rolling.
We got this.
But this is a fight show. It's another fight show. But then we've got a lot of pods lined up next week. Yeah, we got the girls coming on for Fit and Fresh. They make all the protein bars and that. Like they make it all like because do you know where they are now? They've just moved to Liam George's. You know where he had the yoga room.
Oh, the back.
Yeah, they've taken that over now, so they make it from all out of there.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh in the
How are
kitchen.
you making it out of there?
We'll find out.
Yeah, interesting.
We'll ask them, but they're coming on the Tuesday. So we come back from Bristol on the Monday. We're going over to Bristol.
Oh yeah, because we got
Bristol with the boys.
Bristol with the boys. Yeah. Lads on tour. Roberto for Redemption. It's coming out for Redemption. George Lynch, Dave Wilmot's coming on the pod. It's big. Some big pods coming on. Some big pods.
Is
coming.
Jack George fighting as well?
George is not fighting now because he's cornering.
Oh, he's cornering.
Yeah, he's cornering a lot of the
I'm looking
team.
forward to that.
Yeah, so that would be good. Funny enough, Leapfrog are doing the event. As well.
You meet him
So
yesterday?
we met Leapfrog. Yeah, yeah, nice guys.
get
Man,
rolling,
to be fair, we done an interview with. Oh mate, it's so embarrassing. With Alex, you know Alex that does the interviews.
Oh yeah.
He was like, "Oh, let's grab some content. Like, let's do an interview." So embarrassing being on the
It's
getting
weird,
interviewed.
Oh, he was interviewing you.
Yeah, hate it.
I wish I
Hated
didn't
it.
go in the interview. And
I
just
just
left
wanted
it
the
to
ground.
Diaz.
I just wanted the ground to swallow me up.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
You performed to the camera though.
Yeah, I'll perform to the camera. I'm Will Compton.
No,
I'm Will Compton Jr.
He feels it, but he can just turn it on. I can get kind of just.
No, but I'm still thinking in my head like this is so awkward.
yeah.
But
It
then,
was weird.
but I'll just roll off. I'll go off.
Yeah,
the
but
cusp.
you naturally can just roll. You
go off
got
the cusp.
you just got unlimited tape.
I'll
Even
go
though
off the
you don't
cusp.
think it, but you have. You can just talk. I think you can just talk shit. You just carry on. You just got a motor mouth.
Yeah, I'll go if I have to.
Yeah.
I'll roll. But so that was awkward. But no, they set out a good show though. They do.
Yeah,
Like when
good
you watch
show.
it on the app and that, like they do set out a. It does look really good.
Looks very professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, like very. Very
And the venue, because obviously this was for 21st Century Fight Show.
Dave
In
and
Red Hill,
Katie's,
Dave and Katie Zetlovsky.
Set out good.
Yeah, the venue's really nice. To be fair,
it's like a cinema / theatre.
Theatre.
Oh, okay.
so
it
like
gives
the
me,
stage is there, and then it's like a
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
seats,
yeah.
and then it goes
Yeah.
up. So set out really nice. The fights were like really good. Like a lot of the kids and that, it was really good, man.
It's funny when you watch kids fight, though, isn't it?
It's horrible.
It's horrible, man.
I didn't like it, man, because like the kids were like crying after. I just felt very sorry for them.
Yeah, but it turns them into soldiers, man.
It does turn them into
There
soldiers.
was
You're
one little
forging.
kid, yeah? There's one little kid. He was tiny, and he was coming up with someone who was a head taller than him, bro, piecing him up. He was about even no bigger than that.
Yeah.
I swear. Like,
They were tiny. They were tiny.
Piecing
Well, how
him.
old was the youngest one's fight?
I don't know. They were young.
Oh, they were. I'm saying they were like.
5.
No, not 5.
Man, trying to shut them down.
No, they were like 9.
tiny.
They were like 10 minimum.
No.
Surely,
it up!
surely 10.
I don't know.
5-year-olds ain't
Bro,
fighting.
he looked
Come on.
so. I don't know. Maybe not
10.
five.
10.
I don't think
7.
they're allowed to fight at 5. Maybe
7.
7.
Bro, they were
10.
small kids.
I don't even know what the age is no more. Like when I look at kids, they look grown now,
true,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do look old.
It was
Because even
very
someone
good,
like that Enzo that fights out their gym, I didn't even know he was like under 15. And he's under 15. He's like 14 years old or 13 years old. I'm like, bro, he looks kind of old.
He looks grown.
Like, yeah, he could pass off as like a 15-year-old, 16-year-old easily.
Yeah.
But no, it's a really good show. Fights, obviously, Tom Kirk. Doing what Tom Kirk does.
You watch
mate.
it?
No, because we had to leave. We left at 8 because of the trains were getting all messed up. So we left at 8 because the show didn't finish until 11:30. So we were like,
What, Tom was fighting what time?
half
past 11.
That's like late.
Like
one.
he literally was started coming in as
We were leaving, so we were leaving at 8. He must have got there about 8.
Fucking no. He's just been rolling them out, man.
Rolling them out.
He's
He's going through like a steam train.
He is a steam train.
He's looking to do 7. He'll be on like 7 or 8 by the end of the year. Fights in the year.
And some of these people be moaning that they don't want to fight that many times in the year. My man's just rolling people.
Yeah, steamrolling.
Steamrolling.
I said to him, "You're not like thought of just doing boxing." I was messaging him earlier. I don't even know what he said back to because I haven't gone on my Instagram, but I'll have to.
Bro, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, because he's a heavy hitter with hands.
He's a heavy hitter with hands, and then you don't have to worry about the kicks. Because remember, the one knockout, the one loss he's got, amateur loss, one loss ever, is from getting head kicked, from obviously opening up on the hands and just getting the head kicked. Have you ever just thought about doing boxing?
There was a young girl there
he would light people up, I reckon.
He's more of a he's got
hands. This man's got, I think he's got like power in his hands you can't teach.
Cardio
you have it,
you
don't have it. Like, he has that power in his hands. He's putting people
But then boxing
out.
is just completely
and them gloves look
innit?
big. They're not small gloves, these K1 gloves. They're definitely big, like 12 ounces. He's putting people out.
When he put a guy to bed last night, I hadn't even been on Instagram.
Yeah,
so I didn't even know.
he put him out.
Yeah, have a look at it.
He's putting people out.
I can't go on Instagram at the minute, man. You know, I go on there, and I just have to come off.
Yeah, I get you.
I can't keep it.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like, I want to see, because I want to see people do shit and that, but it's like I go on there and I just start going down like a weird rabbit hole, and I'm just like, it's not good for me mentally.
Nah, but for these sorts of things, you have to kind of be.
I know. That's what I mean, because I'm not on no socials, none.
Yeah.
But then if we're doing this and that, you kind of need to be, don't you? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
no,
Who else? There was another chick, Georgia. We missed her fight as well. The Duracell Bunny, they call her.
The Duracell Bunny.
Yeah, she's just like cardio machine.
Cardio king.
Yeah, she fights out of
Cardio
21st
queen.
Century. We'll probably do a pod with her when we go down to 21st Century. So we got that planned as well. He just said message him and we'll work it out.
He said he'd work around.
They are the two nicest people.
They are.
They are the two nicest people I've ever met. They're wholesome. Yeah. Like, you don't really meet people like that. Like, he's like, listen, whenever we do an event, you're welcome anytime. Just message me. Come down to the gym whenever. Like, just message me.
But their podcast, like, people roll, like, go back, man. Go watch
Kate
their
and
podcast.
Dave,
that podcast of them two together is just like,
it's a good pod.
So good.
Yeah, they're perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like yin and yang.
Yeah.
To each other,
Yeah. So yeah, other than that, it was a really good day, man. Red Hill's a bit rough.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where's Red Hill?
We walked out and there was Surrey. We walked out and there was like in the middle of the town centre, which was a mad car show. Like, bare beeping and that. We're like,
oh yeah, what, late at night?
You know, it's a rough. Somewhere's rough because when you see bare pigeons. Pigeons.
There was like 50 pigeons hitting us in the face.
Like flying through the town.
Luton Town ones.
And I'm like, when pigeons roll around and they don't even.
Oh, the camera said portrait. I was getting bugged out.
When the pigeons don't move, like when you're walking past them, that, you know, it's a rough place. They're war torn. These pigeons.
Like I said though, these are the best places to find fighters.
Oh, best places.
Yeah, gritty, innit? It's nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Fair play to the kids though, man.
Yeah,
that's proper character building.
Yeah, it was
because it's emotional, man. Like,
it was sad seeing some of them lose, man. Like one of them 41, and he just started bawling afterwards, man. I felt sorry for him.
I love that though. Dude, they're going out there. They're trying, man.
I've got to get, like, you've got to. Their sport is just unmatched when it comes to respect. Like, the kids are going up to all of the coaches, like bowing. Like, they're literally like, there's no bad blood.
Yeah, they're making them as well. Like, the coaches will make them. Or if kids have had a bad decision and they're pissed off, their coach will drag them and say, listen, like, show some respect. Like, be pissed off in the changing room. Show some respect now, like, while you're in the ring. Like,
that's good. That's good because you're surrounded by good people. I feel like martial arts is like that, though.
Yeah.
It's respectful. Well, it should be respectful.
Every show I've gone to, there's been no, like, drama or anything when it comes to that. But, like, you do boxing, there's always, like, people that get absolutely steaming and there's drama and stuff like that. So shout out to their community.
But then when every time we've been Thai though, we've not been in the crowd. Yeah, but that's the thing. We've been in like the VIP or the we've had media passes and that. We've not really been. Whereas when we go to the boxing, we're always in the crowd area. so we're around it more. When you're in the VIP section,
Yeah, but I
you're kind of
feel
like away from
I feel
everyone.
like a lot of the boxers we've gone and seen, a lot of people have been respectful.
No, they have, to be fair. I was just thinking about more of the bigger.
But I think when you watch the bigger people, they are.
Yeah,
It does.
to be fair, when I was at the AJ card, not the AJ, when I went to that chick, when the girls were fighting, I went with Dean, and there was bare people like acting bare weird, walking around.
Yeah,
like, it's just people are just a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
When it comes to
know boxing's like boxing's it's an art, but it's not. Is it a martial art? It is, but it don't seem like it carries that same principle.
It's its own. It's its own like
you don't really have like the belts and stuff like.
It's its own like sort of thing.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
it's slightly different.
And then what we got about the Tyson Fury family documentary.
Yeah, the Tyson Fury.
I haven't seen it.
It's funny because he clicked on it and I was cussing. I was like, why are we watching this? Like he plays up for the cameras outside. Like his life's just going to be dead at home. Like it's going to be boring. I'm telling you, after one episode, hooked.
I'm surprised you thought that.
I just thought he kind of like does it for cameras and he's like the guy in front of cameras. I thought when he was at home, he just lives an ordinary life.
But what's ordinary? No, I don't think no one lives an ordinary life.
He does say he lives some sort of an ordinary. Like, don't he go to the tip like every Friday?
Oh yeah, stuff like that. But he's.
Oh yeah, no, but I think he thought he must have just been like a boring. I'm a boring Joe.
No, he's not though. He's fucking tapped. He's funny. He's mental. He's mental.
I just said he's mental.
No, he is. He's got mental health, but I don't mean like he's mental like that. I mean he's just like he's nuts. He's nuts. Like one day he's booking something that he wants to do, and the next day,
he wanted to go Pompeii. And he's not going to go with his dad.
Oh, it's so dread. I felt so sorry for John Fury. He was going to go Pompeii with his dad, and he was like, "Dad, do you want to go Pompeii?" And his dad was like, "Yeah, I'll go." And he's like, "Right, I'm going to look for flights, and we'll go Pompeii tomorrow." Yep, Tyson, I'll go. Packs his stuff. Everything, and then Tyson comes home, and because his Mrs. Paris was like, "Oh, but I've always said I wanted to go Pompeii, and you're not taking me." He's like, "Well, I'm gonna have to tell Dad the flights are cancelled then." And his dad packed his suitcase and everything, and he told him that there was no flights, man. It's so dread. John Fury, man.
And then they never had no flights.
And then they never had no flights, and they didn't even end up going Pompeii. So he booked Scotland, and then the next day he was annoyed that he was going Scotland. He was like, "This is boring. This is crap. I don't even want to go there." Like just a complete switch of personality, which he does have.
He's like he's impulsive. He's just like there in a minute. Like he's feeling this kind of way, and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then
he's in the moment.
And then the next day, like he's like
he starts thinking about it. And he's like,
his human comes back, and he's just like,
got a bit of money behind him. Like,
he don't live like he's got money though.
Nah, I actually rate him, man. He's like he is wholesome, man. Like he lives, even though he's got some Ferraris and shit like that, but he lives so normal.
I need to say something. Yeah, annoys me. People out there who see a celebrity and just take photos of them. Stop this.
What, like when they're in restaurants?
Just taking photos of them. It's weird.
It's weird.
They're humans. They're with their kids. They're chilling. Like, leave them alone. Like, you're never good. It's just weird. I find it weird, man. I'm not saying asking for a photo. That's a bit different, but. I mean,
but then
like there's a time and a place like
to do that.
Like,
I would personally, if I saw someone, I would never. Brother, you could have Drake there, yeah. I would never go ask.
I wouldn't. Unless, I can't.
Yeah, unless it was like like you said, the environment, like everything's got to be like right. I couldn't go up to someone and go, "Oh, can I get a photo?" I just don't. I'm not that person.
Like Mick Harford was in. Barzita, and I was in Barzita the day before the Luton thing.
You don't do that in
I was like, I'm not getting. Why am I going to ask him for a photo? Like, I don't. That's just. I don't do that. I'd rather have a conversation.
Salute at him.
Yeah.
You know,
why don't people stop asking for photos and just go up to him and go like, look, your story's incredible. Like what you do is incredible. Like keep it up. That means more. That moment means more than like. And then maybe ask for a photo. I heard Joe Rogan and Kevin Hart talk about it before. They were like, it's so. You build a moment with someone, not just can I have a photo, just put it on the gram. Oh, I met this person. You didn't even have a moment with them. You didn't even speak to them.
You're not even trying to build that little relationship. You're just like going straight in for the kill. I can have a photo.
Most people that like are respectful when you speak about other like famous people, they'll just like, oh, can you send them a round of drinks that they're already drinking on me?
Yeah,
type of thing like that.
But you'd think you're getting spiked.
I would.
I'd think they're going to spike me, man, innit? Date raping that drink. Boy, these guys going to rape me.
There's a way you go.
No, there is. Yeah, it's like you said. It's being thoughtful. It's actually like bringing up something about them.
I genuinely might go up and ask for a photo would be Ronaldo.
No, there is there is outliers for certain people.
Be the only two people, or Rooney.
But I just don't know, man. I just find it really like
because there's some parts on it where people just like they're like just there like that.
They're just actually videoing him.
We spoke about it yesterday, didn't we? About when we seen Roy Jones Jr. at the boxing, and like people were going up to him, and you was like, it's not the. You said it's not the right place to go up to him, innit?
Yeah.
Wait until you get him in a day where you're in the gym or something.
Yeah. There's just a time and a place. I think
because like, imagine how many people he's getting mobbed by that day.
Yeah,
you already know it, so you already know he's not even in a good mindset.
But what is good about the documentary is when he comes out and says all this stuff to AJ and that, you see like where his mental state was at the time. So you know he's putting all these deadlines on AJ and all of this, and we're sort of all sitting at home like he's being a dick. It's just usual Tyson Fury just chatting shit, but. Because you see behind the scenes of the planning and that, and why he was actually doing it, like you understand more, like why he was actually doing what he was doing.
Like you said, the geezer's got 6 kids, man. That must drive you on crazy.
No, these ain't kids. These are rugrats, bro. These ain't kids. These are like Jacks.
Big up to my mum though.
Yeah, Paris, because she's holding down the fort.
She's holding it.
Honestly, that looks stressful. PTSD.
I don't even think like. They'd have probably less problems if they had less kids.
Yeah, true.
That's fact.
Oh, it's a madhouse.
Kids.
There's an army of them, man.
Kids cause like divide in families, man.
Of course.
Oh, it's a mad.
But then I think if you do get through that, you're gonna be so strong.
Like we were saying,
weather it
the other day. Once the kids are old, they'll probably be all right. Like.
You never know.
It's just like because they're all bare young.
What age though do you reckon?
Well, the oldest one's only 12 or 13.
Yeah, they are all young.
And then after that, they're all like 10, like 10, 8, 6, 4,
he's a
4, like
boy.
Mental, man. But it's actually good. Yeah, it's a really good watch. I didn't think I'd enjoy it, but I'm enjoying it. I haven't finished it yet.
I finished it, man.
It's so easy to watch. You can roll on.
I couldn't stop watching it. I was like, I have to finish it.
Legend.
Then we got the Denis McCann fight.
Denis versus Baluta. Yeah, he kind of hit the nail on the head. He didn't really say who he thought was going to win, but he said like you can't write off Baluta.
He
said you can't write him off. Obviously, he spars with him, and he was just like you can't write him off because he's tricky, he's hard, and he's got a lot of experience. And obviously he just went 9 rounds with Denis McCann, got the draw because of the head clash.
Stopped the round early.
It's a bit weird though, isn't it?
I don't know. I thought you just do a no contest. I didn't know you go to the judges' scorecards. I'm not sure.
Just stop the round.
I think that is a rule, though. I think that has always been a rule. I just didn't know that. I think it's maybe. But then you'd be annoyed. Imagine you were like done a head clash
and then
you
lost.
But imagine you battered him for the whole fight and then had a head clash and then you'd want the win, wouldn't you? Sort of. Battered him for the whole fight. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's weird. It's hard to navigate. But so they're probably going to be running it back. But your call was rammed.
Linus was there, wasn't he?
Linus was there, clouty. Yeah. What? So he gives all these other people all these good interviews, giving it all the spiel. Yeah, mate. Like he don't even want it. He don't want it. And what? When he's on here, he's not saying nothing. He's not giving us no clicks. Boy's a punk.
Do you know what it is? Because he probably wants to go under the radar a little bit on there, isn't it?
Yeah,
the boy, he's just having a normal conversation.
He ain't when we do the snowflake generation.
No, he better be coming.
I'm getting him cancelled.
We might have to give him a mask to wear. So
I'm getting him cancelled. I'm telling you.
When are we starting this snowflake? Snowflake.
It'll have to be. It'll have to be. I say probably one a month at the start of every month because surely we can accumulate loads of bull crap in that month.
Yeah. That's what we do.
Yeah. Just do 12 a year. Yeah.
On Rumble.
Something's dropping soon, baby.
I have to go on Rumble. Yeah. If you want to see some wild takes, some wild stories, wild stuff, no filter, wild. You want to hear about the trans stuff? Wild.
Conversations, man.
Rumble. We're going.
It'd be good to try and get people as well.
I think
even just to have someone like on a Zoom, bro. Just someone who's like fucking controversial. Women, men.
That Pearly David. But yeah, the Denis Baluta, man, fair play.
Then we got UFC.
Roll them off.
Fucking fair play, lads.
Mate. Hey, lads went out there and had a war, mate. Fair play.
UFC then.
Oh man, Sugar Sean. That was on it. We were speaking about it Friday as well. And I was like, you know what? I like Sugar Sean. I wanted him to win, but I was like, you have to. If you're gonna bet, you have to bet on Aljo. And obviously, that is just.
How did we forget to speak about it last week? We completely forgot to speak. We just spoke boxing.
Yeah, we did.
We forgot, but it's because we didn't plan anything out. We just kind of rolled up in here and done our thing.
Normally we're more planned, aren't we?
But yeah, what a fight, man, from him, because he didn't actually get taken. Like, all right, it lasted a round and a minute. He didn't get taken down though, against the backpack.
I swear they had a bet as well.
Yeah, but I don't know what the
$100 bet for the first person to take someone down. With
yeah, but no one took no one down, and he just dropped him for missing. He don't want the £100. He just won the belt, man.
He got dropped.
But he's everything the UFC want in a champion, like how he is. Like he's the that's probably the best case scenario for the UFC. Like, yeah, poster boy, McGregor-esque.
He looked cool, like he looked calm.
He did look very calm, very loose. His footwork is unbelievable.
He just showed that he wasn't out of his depth. Some people were saying that before.
Who's really caught Aljo like that? This Aljo, like this version of Aljo.
He's on like is it a
9 fight win streak.
Yeah, who was his last fight?
5 title defense.
Yeah, who was his last fight?
Cejudo, and he
held it up.
He walked him.
Yeah,
took Cejudo down. He's an Olympic wrestler. He couldn't take Sean O'Malley down.
Olympic wrestler. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought he would have took him down and gone to the wall. To be fair, he went out.
But I think his movement's so good. It's hard to kind of get on him.
Yeah.
And he cuts angles off. How he does angles, like that's his game, like movement and finding strikes. That's what DC was saying. Like the angles, he hits you from angles that are like weird.
Yeah.
He steps off and he's so light.
He's so long. He's everything, like you said, he flows. He's so long. When he caught him with that, it was just like. It was
McGregor.
Yeah.
It was like, it literally looked like rolling back the years when McGregor was coming through and he just, when it comes, because their eyes are open the whole time and the punch is like there and they're not flinching or nothing and they're like, it brushes their nose and then they just go, boom. But like, timing beats speed and precision beats power.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor, quote me.
And then, do you think the ref stopped it too early though?
I mean, there is an argument for the stoppage, but he did take a lot. He did.
I think them last shots as well, and then he turned away. I know he's turning away. Probably to like you're gonna hard, but it's like you're not facing it no more. You're like you're going. You're like I'm had enough.
He probably should have let him take a few more shots being turned. Because if he turns away
and
he's on his but let's say he turns away and then O'Malley so he hit him as he was turning, then he kind of like, because he was going to go put his knee on him or sit over him and hits him 2 more times and he's curled up like that and he's not moving. Stoppage. Easily stoppage. We don't know if that, like, we never know what would have happened if it got to there, but he did.
He recovered quite quick. He was like up, like he was pretty.
Yeah, but then he was on his knee after when the referee and that were looking at him. I'd think it was the right decision.
I don't think it was like a horrible stoppage. It weren't like it's a rob, like that's such a bad. Like, he took realistically.
It's one of them ones where you could be like, he didn't look bad, but then he took, like, if it is like 10 punches and you're not throwing nothing back, then he didn't throw nothing back, man. He did
take like 10 unanswered punches, sort of like, because there was a few times he was moving and then there was a few times where he didn't move and then there was a few times where he was moving.
It was I think the last 3 like solidified it. Like he got them 3 and that's when he turned and it was sort of like the ref was probably like, yo, you're not chucking nothing back.
Yeah. And it weren't the worst, like we've seen way worse stoppages or we've seen way more controversial stoppages that, like, if you really go back and watch the Cejudo one against TJ Dillashaw when he went down to fight Cejudo for his belt, like that one was quite a iffy stoppage because he was like scrambling up and then they just stopped it. So that one's worse. The Dominic Cruz one against Cejudo, like there's a lot of so that one's nowhere near by the worst, and it's just Sean O'Malley, man, what a guy.
But then in theory, you would rather the referee
protect him a little bit,
man. There's people's health and life and
I mean,
it's the game. If he believes in his ability, he'll come back and
He will. He's very respectful on the mic after, like, very respectful.
He wants to run it back with him.
Yeah, you would, innit? But he was like wanted to go up and fight Volk, didn't he?
Wow.
But then he was like, if O'Malley's hitting me like that and dropping me like I've got a lot of soul searching to do. I don't know what Volk would do to me. That's what he said on the mic.
Volk's the best UFC fighter.
Bro, Volk will fuck his shit up. Have you seen every person after they've been in the ring with him? Yeah, their face is battered.
Yeah,
battered. He batters you. He's a heavy hitter. It must be because doing that rugby and that and being that size and then trimming down, he must have just some mad strength, mad power.
Yeah.
But it was a good fight though, man. It's good. Like you said beforehand when predicting it, I was definitely I wanted O'Malley to win, but I was like, realistically, Sterling's got way more ways to win, and he's fought high level competition way more times. So you have 5 rounds as well. He's done over and over again. You have to go. You have to go with Sterling, and O'Malley shocked the world. The one way he. I'm glad as well because he actually does deserve it. I like him, man. He's, like you said, he's a good character. And then hopefully, like Sean Strickland, do the damn thing. Get him. Do you know they're calling Izzy Chinese and that? I seen someone. I seen like a little meme online. So funny Sean Strickland does it. Someone put Zhang Weili, the first Chinese champion, the only Chinese champion in the UFC, and then someone was like, "How they doing our boy Izzy dirty like that?"
But he's represented 3 different countries in his career, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, he won't represent in China. He just said, I'm Chinese because he was fighting over there.
He also walked out with a flag, didn't he? He's walked out.
I'm not going to lie, I'll probably do something like that. You want to win the people, didn't you?
Yeah, where you're fighting in the country. Yeah. But Sean Strickland's pure American trailer trash. Yeah. He's like,
but then you know what he's like? He's just on the wind up as well.
Yeah,
like, he's a wind up king.
Yeah, cool. I think if you actually knew him, he just loves having banter in it. He's I don't think everyone can see eye to eye with that.
Didn't one of the Dagestanis or someone that he trains with have to sit down with him and say something?
They've been taking him mick at his religion. We can't chill with you, Sean.
That was a good podcast, Sean and Joe Rogan. And we got Weili
versus Amanda, is it?
I don't actually know what her name is. I've never actually seen her.
Amanda
before.
Lemus.
Bro, she just looked like a bully in there.
She's a brute.
She is a pit bull.
She ain't no woman. That ain't a woman, man.
She's a pit bull.
That's a born bred fighter.
Fighter. And she held that. She done that for 5 rounds.
Imagine that being your missus. Mad.
What do you want me to do? I'll do that for you.
Yeah, I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen. Just leave me alone.
She was mauling her,
and even when she got put in bad situations, she got back in a good situation and started raining down right hands.
She had energy.
That's the Duracell battery.
That's the Duracell battery. Yeah.
That's a bunny. Well, she ain't a bunny, but
she's a brute.
She's something.
And she's all like stocky and
little orc. And you know her legs are tongue. Them legs were tongue.
She's very good.
Like, she weren't like
she beat a lot of good people, to be fair.
That was a mauling.
Yeah.
That's what that was, a mauling.
Yeah.
The other girl done well to stay in it for 5 rounds. She was holding beat down.
But she has taken 5 years off her life minimum. 5 years off her life minimum. Like she held a lot of shots, man. But then, like you said, if she's very good at jiu-jitsu, she's always the coaches in that are never going to throw the towel in or anything, because there's always that hope, like, because she nearly caught her in a dance at one point, but there's always that one moment with jiu-jitsu, like you might just be able to get her like quickly.
I feel like the power and the punch is just too much. Like, because when you got to imagine, like you're getting mauled, and then trying to find that sweet, like I said, she had her in a couple locks in the dance, but it's like you got nothing left, man. You've just been taking a beat down.
Yeah.
Like, have you got enough left to be like, I can choke you out? And that pit bull, like, she was like that. Yeah. Are you gonna choke her out?
Yeah,
choke her out
neck.
What? No neck.
The woman Volk.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah. And then obviously Ian Garry.
Big Machado.
That was a weird fight, man.
Against Neil Magny. A lot of bad blood in that fight.
Do you think it was a weird fight?
I thought it was very good.
It wasn't weird. It was weird in the sense of my man's legs got torn.
He got chewed up.
It looked like you were playing UFC 3 on Xbox.
He done well to even last the full 3 rounds, to be fair, because his legs he was in pain in the second round.
It was 3 rounds. Yeah. He should have just tried getting him out of there.
Ian Garry looked good.
He did look
like
good.
He looked good. Yeah. I know Neil Magny did take it on short notice. He was meant to fight someone else.
Yeah, he got cancelled.
And he took it on like 2 or 3 weeks, but Ian Garry looked good, man. Like, he's going to be
trained for, though.
But I watched him though. I watched something where he was sitting with his missus reviewing his fights.
Yeah,
man. He's He's clued up.
Who? Magny?
No, Machado.
Machado. Like I reckon he'll be a world champion.
I thought that's his name.
Hey.
Magny.
No.
Oh no, Magny's the
other guy. Yeah.
Ian Machado.
Ian.
Why are they calling him Machado?
Machado, because his missus' surname's Machado.
What? Was she Brazilian or something?
Yeah. So now
he can't be taking that name.
He's changed his middle name to... No, his name's Ian Machado Garry.
Just call him Gary, bro. Irish Gary.
I think it sounds sick.
He's got that appeal to him, though. He's got that star, that wow factor.
Yeah.
Like, he's got that... Like Conor McGregor tweeted him on his last fight and was like, "You're in the shot caller club," because he called his shot. He was like, "I'm going to stop you with a right high kick," and then stopped him for a right high kick. He's in the shot caller club.
Yeah. Oh, what does he do? Like breakdowns and shit, fight breakdowns.
He just watches it himself with his missus.
Yeah, that's when you know. Yeah,
crazy like. And he's going like, I was lining that up, and I knew.
Oh, okay.
I was going low to set up the high, and then I went boom high.
He did as well.
It's so mad because they'll set up something low for like 3 rounds and be patient.
He did
go low.
But that's what it is with martial arts, man. You try, and then it's like you're going to get it at some point because you're going to come back to it.
But there's always like, it always seems like there's a, like, if we can get another, we'll speak to the boys next week, to be fair. There seems like, but what's the right amount of patience you wait? Because in a fight, you're going to get antsy. Like, you just want to throw the right high kick. They will do it for 2 rounds where they'll go low. Because if you do it too early, they're gonna then now start to block it, and there's not going to be that you're not going to be able to get that full force.
I think you have to trust in your game. The game. What's it called? Your game plan. The game plan. You'll have to come out and be like, okay. But then you obviously you need to know how to pivot.
It's instinct.
You know,
you're fighting off instinct. Like if they've done that like 1,000 times in the gym, like it's just gonna.
Like Dave said before, innit? Like it's monotonous, innit? You keep doing it until like you just doing it off a flinch. Yeah, you just done it so much. But then, but I think UFC's a little bit different because you got to know multiple things. Like imagine you get the takedown. So you probably got layers for everything. You probably got a setup for everything. So he's probably doing the kick, and if he flinches some way, he might be like, okay, this is open for me to come take you down, or for me to come high. So it's like, you know, you got to be technical
because we don't
really good like up here.
Fan watching it, you don't get to see like everything they work on in the gym like that. So when he's walking through like with his missus and he's saying that, it's like, bro. Like I thought I'm just watching a fight, but now you're watching like a strategic set out plan that he's in his head and his team have come up with. It's it's like you go to work and you're doing what you've
done. And it's good to see, and these are like the elite of the elite, so it's good to see what the elite of the elite are like, how they actually game plan.
And like you said, this is why all of these like Netflix documentaries that they're doing, I'd love to see one if they could do one with the UFC, man.
Yeah.
I like when you watch people on YouTube and they break down fights and they're like, oh yeah, he come through with this, because you get to see, you look at the fight completely different. Like you didn't know half the stuff that was going on, and someone's like, nah, he's come up, he set it up with this, and then they're coming through with this, and they're coming through the knees. Like, bro, this is a different game. You're just you're just looking at a fight,
and especially like jiu-jitsu as well.
Like that's why I've been watching it.
Like when you said before,
some things you don't understand.
A few years ago, I don't understand it as much, but I appreciate it like way more now that I watch it more. Like if you get what I mean. Like, you know what's going on. I'm not thinking, why are they on the floor?
But it's like,
I want to see like hand-to-hand combat.
You know what it is? I've been watching it more and more, and I can honestly say like I'm starting to love it. Like, because watching it is like I think because I've done it, you appreciate how hard it is. And I was watching that Mikey, the Italian man, bruv, he is how he moves is like a freak, man. He is so good off his back. Like it's so, when I watch him, I'm just like, I can't get it in my head like what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's like doing a rubber guard, and I'm just like, it's just so weird. I'm just like, how are you doing half this shit and moving so fluently, and then having the time to come back, reset, and then try figure out another way. It's just like, wow, man.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Weird game.
And Cheeto Vera won as well. So do you reckon that sets up a fight with Sean O'Malley? Because he's the only one to beat him with the calf kick that shut his leg off.
I think being Aljo, the UFC don't really work as much as an instant.
The UFC don't really like Aljamain either. Yeah. So are they going to be like, right, he deserves a rematch? Or
why did no one like him?
I don't know. I think Dana's just very much like, he doesn't like people that go against the grain with them, because he feels like, which the UFC do, like people go on like they don't do a lot for people, but they do a lot for them, and them sort of people go against the grain. Whereas like O'Malley and that are like, yeah, I'll take this fight, I don't care. Like, yeah, like they work with the UFC. And Aljo and that come out and they tweet weird stuff, which is probably like, I'm not saying Aljamain Sterling's in the wrong. He's probably in the right on a lot of these issues.
But maybe speak to them with the issues.
Yeah, instead of coming out. Like, I think Dana's very much like that, because you see how people speak about Dana. Everyone loves him. So it's like, how could you...
He does Dana seems fair. And if you were to sit down and have a legitimate conversation with being Aljo, instead of going on social media, being like the champion, he might have got a bit more respect.
They bite their hand, didn't they, man?
But then I do think that like Aljamain, like I was one of them ones, like I was going with everyone else like 4 fights ago, but I feel like people were warming to him, man.
Oh no, 100%. Like he's definitely won people over.
Like, he's won a lot of people over.
I remember he had the same issue with Kamaru Usman before he was champion. They didn't really see eye to eye, him and Dana, and Usman just kind of, as he was champion, he was just like, yeah, I'll take him. Just said yes.
Yeah, but that's what you like you said, man. I've seen numerous people say, "Daddy Dana, man, he's the guy. He's the guy.
Yeah,
he's the guy." So if you could work with him.
McGregor's had not really any problems with him. He says he like loves it. He loves it.
Yeah,
and now Nate Diaz is even coming out and going, I didn't realise like how good the UFC actually is. Because now being outside the UFC and having to do all this self-promotion and stuff, I didn't take it actually into consideration how much they do for you and how easy it is.
It's like, you're working at a job.
Yeah.
Like,
and Nate Diaz wants to go home.
You think it's shit, and you're like, oh man, I'd just rather go. And then you go somewhere else, and
you're like,
shit.
The
grass ain't always
green.
But they forget a lot of stuff the UFC do for them. Like they got like headquarters around the world, gyms around the world. They can go use training facilities for free,
nutritionists for free.
Like they have hotels and shit. They can all stay at for free. Chefs and that. Like there is a lot of stuff they do. They're obviously all getting paid a contract fee from. Is it No, it's Under Armour now, isn't it?
I'm not sure, but I know that one's a bit of a sticky one, because they don't make nowhere near as much money on sponsorships.
Of course.
But then some people weren't even getting sponsored, so it's kind of like,
so it's like
give and take. But maybe you give the people who can't get sponsors the Reebok deal, but then the Reebok wouldn't do that. They want everyone to be sponsored by their brand, not just a couple of people.
They want the shit people.
Yeah. They want the good people. Yeah, it's a hard one, but I love the UFC, so. But Sterling, he's really good. But O'Malley, Cheeto, Vera, I think that's good. You got Marab coming back off his injury.
And that Cheeto's the one that done him last time.
Yeah, so there's a storyline there. And the UFC love a storyline.
And Marab as well as a storyline.
Marab's a storyline with redemption. But the only thing with Marab is if Sterling doesn't move up, Marab won't take that fight, because they're like good friends and training partners. So if Sterling's like, look, I need to get this one back, and then I'll move up, because Sterling was like gonna win this and he was gone. He was like, this is Marab's time, like he's gonna be the champion, I'm gonna go, and now he's lost. He wants that back, so I don't think Marab would take that. But
he's gonna go up a weight?
Yeah, he's gonna go up to 45.
And who's in 45?
Volk.
Bro, you got no hope.
Yeah, you may as well try to go down.
He's big. He's quite big though.
He is, but O'Malley looked big, long, rangy. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
One thing I want to touch on just quickly before we move on was the Dillon Danis Logan Paul. Oh, my god, Dillon Danis absolutely firing nukes at him, destroyed him.
You know, he could get. I think Logan Paul, like it could even be dangerous for him. He might be so angry that he might not be able to control himself in the fight.
I don't think he is going to. And do you know what I hate about the influence of boxing scene? Because but it's, at the press conference, it's so predictable. They always grab each other's, they always like start fights on the stage every single time. So with them two, something's gonna happen like that.
That's where Dillon just wants to come out cool as a cucumber.
It could be a Jose Aldo wind him up thing, man. He's just wound him up for what, like 4 or 5 weeks straight, and then he's just head's gone in the ring.
I'm absolutely.
Bro, he's calling his girlfriend, like saying, like on the Nelk, so calm. He's like, yeah, like I thought she was transgender, man. I thought Logan was like going out of a boy and that. Like it's a bit like just cussing her.
And
like,
that's what he said. He said he was searching for the transgender online, thinking it, and then he come across all these photos.
Yeah,
Then my man's got like a fucking.
I know. I know. People
he tweeted so much.
I know people are sending him bare shit though.
But because people were like, is it? But for some, because it's Logan, everyone's like, oh, it's too far. Is it too far? But he was like when he was about to fight Jake Paul. Jake Paul was saying he had sex with his missus and done all this stuff online. So he goes, what's too far? He goes, his brother was talking about my missus. KSI was talking about Jake's missus, and Jake was talking about Tommy Fury's missus. Like, it doesn't matter. Oh, because it's Logan. It's like, but Logan's threatening to, apparently he's taken legal action that DAZN are like, if you carry on, we're going to pull the fight. You're not going to fight.
That's soft.
How soft is that?
I could understand if they were all like fake photos and people would make it. Bro,
it ain't his fault. Your girlfriend's a fuck, man. Just relax. Like you use your girls better. Like you're a fucking superstar. What's up with him, man?
Some of the things though, he's. I don't know if she's been with all these men, but I mean, if that is your chick, it don't look good.
Bro, I don't give a fuck.
It don't look good, does it?
Nick Cannon, man. That guy's got like 50
Nick Cannon was
50
skiing through that.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Skiing.
There's bare famous people that she's with, man.
But she was like a model, like
LeBron James.
Bare long ago.
No, there was.
Like she was like on the Burger King ad and that. Apparently,
like she was
way back.
Bro,
she's mostly taking photos like one of them people going up to famous people taking photos, but it don't look good.
Yeah. You know these Americans.
He's putting like the photos up of her like holding her tits, like kind of like nude.
What he put up something as well, where he's like Logan was like on his thing, I'm a man now, and she's like, no, you're a man boy. Oh, bro.
He has killed Twitter recently, man. I can't lie. Last week he's killed Twitter. Like I've been.
His chicks just killed him, man. Like you're a boy man.
It's so funny. Like, Danis has gone off. Danis has gone on.
I'm glad. I hope he carries it on, man. Just keep going, keep rolling with it. Then again, if they're gonna pull the fight, but who gives a fuck?
I'm seeing Logan. Like, he's a bit of a weird character. Isn't he?
The Jake Paul thing was a bit weird.
That was weird.
Didn't he do something about like he kicked off one of his best mates off the podcast?
Yeah, the George Janko one. That was but their podcast, the third host always gets it. Never works because it's too many people.
Yeah,
like to have him on the sofa as well. That's 4 people,
and he's quite a talker.
Yeah, and he doesn't really. Everything's directed this way, and he's sitting there. So it's kind of just like it doesn't work. They're better off just doing him and Mike. It looks better. It sounds better. George Janko's podcast has been doing good. It just doesn't work out with 3 of them on the pod together. Like this never done.
It was also something to do with the religion.
Yeah, he went off on his religion. That was weird. Like a lot of weird stuff happened, and then
Logan went off.
Yeah.
And then he's being weird with Jake as well. And
bro, I can't lie. He is very weird.
And then if he gets slept by Dillon Danis, man, it could be like he could just collapse again.
That thing with Jake was weird.
Prime's dead.
Yeah,
because he's trying to like double standards it.
Yeah,
it's like you bros or you not bros.
He's like, I'm your big bro, and this is like how it goes.
Yeah,
like, man,
it's just big bro, little bro shit.
You're both big bros now, man.
Yeah, Jake might be the big bro.
The big bro.
It seems like Jake's more like. It seems like it's switched. Jake's like more like calm. Just got values. Like, well, he's training every day. Like the guy's, you're humble. He's pretty humbled.
Yeah,
he's very like he's doing his thing
around the right people. Where
he's like his head's in a good place. Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
Apparently, he's still going to be doing WWE on the lead up to the fight as well. Which is a bit weird because you get injuries, bare injuries from doing that.
Yeah, but you must just think Dillon Dallas is a walking apart. Then, so who
do you actually think will win though out of them two?
Probably Logan.
Well, it depends how Logan comes in. If he lets it affect him too much,
he just doesn't really let his hands go. Logan.
If it was UFC though.
Oh, Dillon Danis.
Because he's gonna get into the floor and grapple the shit out of him. Was he like I swear he's like multiple time like champ.
Yeah, like some of the Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belts are like he's dead in it, but I think they just don't like him. He's a legit good black belt like jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Logan's moist.
Yeah, we want to guess the fighter.
We're back with a guess the fighter. Fighter. Cannon fire.
Nick Cannon.
We're back with guess the fighter. It's me and Rain versus Mikey. Mikey's done a list of questions. He's going to read them out one by one. And we're going to try and guess it. We get one guess between us. If we lose, Mikey wins. If we guess it before, we win.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna rank and review and put them on the TCS GOAT list, which Linus has reorganised for us.
Yeah.
And
has he reorganised it?
Yeah.
Where has he put everyone? What's it at now?
He just gave everybody.
He just gave everyone a bit of a fair ranking.
What
he was casting the Prince Naseem one. He's like, nah.
Where's Prince Naseem then?
I can't remember, but he knocked him down at 8.9 or something. I think it was.
I think Klitschko might be top.
Nah, Klitschko's not top.
Klitschko's not top. Who's top of that list then?
GSP's top of that list.
No, GSP's on the MMA side.
I think it's still. I don't know. We'll have
Triple G top.
We'll have to get.
No, we only done Klitschko.
I'll put the list up anyway, so that people will know.
Triple G yet.
You weren't here.
Oh yeah.
When we done Triple G.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
In the line dog.
Yeah, but you can't you got to give Prince. I think he's so underrated.
He ain't. We spoke about it. Go back and watch the episode. It's 3 against 1. It's 3 against 1. He does. He's like, you can't be doing that because then what? Everyone's going to be a 9.
Yeah,
you have to. You do have to take into consideration.
I think 8.9.
No, but he said you have to take into consideration people in their division. You do have to judge them towards people in their division. You do have to judge on longevity. He did because he said the same thing as me. He goes, he lost. And then kind of just like didn't really want to lose again, so retired. And Linus was like, and Linus was talking boxing. Like he was like, there was matchups in his division. There was good fights left. And he sort of lost. And just after that, he was like, nah, I don't like, he didn't want to lose again. He goes, he got schooled in that fight he lost. Linus, and he was talking shop.
I feel like we've done this one before, but this is just me, must be running through my head.
We've only done Klitschko, Triple G, Prince Naseem, GSP. That's it.
Cool. Right, the first one, I'll be very surprised if you get it off this one.
You know me, man.
One shot.
I called a shot.
Right.
So he streams gaming on Twitch, and he loves gaming. That was the first one. He's an avid streamer, and he streams on Twitch.
What is this?
I know who it is.
It's boxing or MMA.
I know who it is. Demetrius Johnson. On the Shot Caller Club.
That's what I'm saying.
On the Shot Caller Club. It doesn't matter. Call your shot, baby. I call it.
I didn't think you.
Bing, bing, bam.
But do you know what it is? When I do these, I do put them in to feel like if you know the person,
you'll know. You might know it. Yeah. No, because he's probably the only guy on there that I know a bit more about, because I know about his Twitch streaming, because I was like, he's making more, like he's making bare money.
Dough.
I'll say the other stuff.
Run through it.
I was watching him stream the other day, actually.
But that's good though, because at least we can just put that one clip up for people, see if they can guess it. Yeah. Pussies. I'm in the Shot Caller Club.
So he began his career in 2006 and won his first professional debut by KO. That was the second one.
See, I wouldn't have got that.
Well, he's a beast.
I wouldn't have got that. Maybe you got to think. Maybe next time when you do the questions, think who they are in the superstar power.
Yeah, because Sean O'Malley does Twitch.
He wouldn't have. Yeah, Sean O'Malley does, but he's very relevant.
Not,
very relevant. So I don't know if we would be doing. I
still didn't think you.
No, it's still good though.
His middle name is Krishna.
No, I didn't know that.
Hare Krishna.
Khrisna. Krishna. They've only got 5 wins by KO.
5?
Yeah.
Has he?
Only 5 out. And then his fight record's 36, 4-1.
Well, he's a beast, man.
4 what?
What?
4 losses?
Yeah, and 1 draw.
He's lost four times, Demetrius Johnson. He only lost once in the UFC though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's lost a few times in one?
I think so, yeah.
We'll go on to his fight record anyway.
He is still a current flyweight champion. I reckon you definitely would have got it off that, like if you didn't get it off the rest of them.
Why ain't he in the UFC?
I think if just that Twitch thing weren't at the top, I think I wouldn't have got it. If I'm honest,
I'm very surprised.
I think I got it off that because I know he's a Twitch streamer.
I think because of the Twitch people, there's only certain few people that fight and do Twitch.
Yeah, but do you know why I said it? Because I just didn't think yous would
know that. Yeah, true. We've been a bit slacky with some of the other guys.
Yeah, but I feel like Demetrius Johnson, I've been seeing him everywhere at the minute, man. Because Bradley Martin and shit like that.
Yeah, it's because the people we watch, he's
he's
in that space. The people we watch, so
and he's got the most finishes in the UFC flyweight division. You would have definitely got that.
I don't know. It's just hard. Probably though.
Yeah, let's get his 30.
Well, let's before we go on to the fight records. Oh no, that one's first, isn't it?
Well, no.
Can we do skills and technique?
You can do whatever you want.
Because if we're doing skills and technique, maybe one of the most well-rounded athletes ever. Jiu-jitsu, solid. Wrestling, solid. Clinch game, solid. Striking, solid. For his weight class.
Yeah.
Solid. I think the only thing that kills him is that, like, I think he would be the pound for pound GOAT if it weren't for the weight class he was in.
What's that? This bear scent I just got on my nose, man. Like air freshener.
Yeah, I've got an air freshener over there.
Oh, I was about to say,
I ain't smelling enough.
Why is it so strong, man? Bear up my nose.
So, like, he's skills and he's a well-rounded.
He is a well-rounded person.
Like, I mean, you've got like GSP and you've got Mighty Mouse. Like, they're so well-rounded, and John Jones. They're so well-rounded. I mean, you could knock John Jones down a little bit for striking, but I mean,
bones. He's 5'3", man.
He's so well-rounded. I think the only thing that killed him pound for pound wise is the weight class he's in. I think a lot of them small, like the bantamweights or flyweights, they're all very like, because they're so quick and small, and the punishment they take is less because they're not hitting as hard. They're all so good, like rounded wise. Do you know what I mean?
He is a beast though.
Oh, he's
big for his size.
He's a beast, man. What was he? He was like, he reigned for so long in the UFC, didn't he?
How comes they didn't get him come back?
He said the one fight he'd entertain, like, come back for is the Aljamain Sterling one.
Yeah.
Because he said he thinks his style just matches him up. He said he's got no clinch game, and he said,
he lost
kill him in the clinch. He said, I'll kill him in the clinch. He lost against Dominic Cruz, I know that.
He lost against Dominic Cruz and he lost against Henry Cejudo, didn't he?
Oh, okay, yes. So they were the two losses, and he's lost 2 times in one?
No, he lost to that Morales in one.
Yeah.
And then he beat him. But he also lost in WEC, like, way before the UFC.
Oh, way back. Yeah.
So he got a loss and a draw. Like,
did he lose against Dominic Cruz in WEC as well?
Yeah, it was Dominic Cruz.
And the UFC. That was
no. He didn't. He lost against Dominic Cruz in his first UFC
fight.
Sorry, not his first. What about? That was his first loss. He lost against Brad Pickett in the WEC. So he's only lost to Dominic Cruz once.
Yeah.
And then he drew against Zhang Weili. I don't know who that is, to be fair. In his second fight. Just after his loss against Dominic Cruz. And then he just went on a tear.
It's like that confidence though, isn't it? He's like, fuck this. I ain't doing this again.
Yeah. And the Dominic Cruz one wasn't actually at flyweight. It was at bantamweight. And then he went down to flyweight.
But yeah, he's beat Cejudo.
I wouldn't mind seeing him come back, man.
He's beat a lot of people. A lot of, like, if you know, like, the UFC, he's beat a lot of good people.
He lost to that Morales and beat him back to back in the one as well. KO'd him with a flying knee. Do you remember that? That was a big flying knee.
He got the remember he done the armbar, the jumping armbar.
Yeah.
Come on, man, that guy's an animal. But the issue we have now is, because let's be realistic. Let's put it out there. It's Bones, GSP, and DJ, and you could say Khabib.
But then, do you know another thing that
it's like the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
like if we're talking like that, but it's now about who would you put where. Not that we're going to put them anywhere where, but would you rate DJ higher than GSP? Would you put him higher up? Would you
BJ Penn?
No. DJ Demetrius Johnson.
Oh.
Mighty Mouse.
BJ Penn.
I was thinking, what are you on about, man?
Like, do you think he's better than GSP? Like, would you?
No.
Like, the only thing that hinders him is probably the weight class. I mean, in that sense.
How many times did Thingy lose as well? GSP?
2 times.
How many knockouts did GSP have? But then again, like you said, it's different weight classes.
Yeah, the weight class is very different. So the power, like the flyweights, there's not really as many knockouts. Very technical.
But it's, like you said, it's more technical, more skill-wise.
Yeah. But then Demetrius Johnson, longevity.
He's still going now.
He's still going now, and he's still Rodtang. He done him in a two-weight thing. So it generally does depend on do you rate him. There's not much in it, but do you rate him higher?
That was a funny fight as well, man.
Sick,
because he's getting them hands at the start, man.
Rodtang was putting the
pressure
in the tie, was kicking the shit out of him. Which you expect.
When did he fight Rodtang?
In one championship, it was like a crossover
last
fight.
year.
It's not his fight record for me.
Yeah,
but then this fight record don't. Maybe it wasn't classed as MMA. Because it's not on this record that I'm looking at.
Do you reckon it was like an exhibition fight?
Yeah, it was kind of like an exhibition fight, yeah.
I do remember him fighting him though.
So yeah, it just depends where you would put him in sense of GSP. Or is GSP and DJ like 1A, 1B? Do you know what I mean? At the minute, while we've not got our bones on there and stuff like that.
How many fights has he had?
Then you have to...
He's had like 30-something fights.
40 fights or 35
40 fights?
I think, let me look at his record again.
Bro, and he's still going.
Yeah, 36, 4-1, so 41 fights.
Shit, man.
I think that includes the Rod Tang and stuff like that.
He's got longevity.
He has got... Bro, and when you hear like...
People speak about him.
They speak about him as like one of the best ever. Like,
not much influence, but I don't think MMA has that same influence boxing has, just because it's a younger sport.
Yeah, no, of course. But then you look at GSP though.
GSP,
like,
he did
have a lot of influence when it come to rising. Like, if you look at all the new athletes in UFC, they're like, I wanted to be like GSP.
True.
I think he does have a little bit, but I do.
Did you not think because he moved out of the UFC though?
But I think his time was just done in the UFC. I don't think there was much for him to
do.
Yeah.
They might not let him stream on Twitch.
I just don't know what there was. I just don't know what there was left for him to. He's legit though, man. He's legit.
For me,
you don't think he could come back though?
He reminds.
I think he still could. I think he still could come back and fight people and beat them. I just don't know what was left like at that age of the UFC. And they remember they done the swap. They done him for Ben Askren.
Yeah,
Ben Askren come over from one to they done the swap. Funky Ben got the shit.
But they were talking about again swapping him and Peter Yan, weren't they, recently?
Oh, are they talking about that?
Like a couple months ago.
Peter Yan's not happy in the UFC.
Yeah, and he wants to get out, and then they were thinking.
And he trains in Thailand. He trains in Thailand.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he trains in Thailand.
That makes sense.
So you know he could be getting.
But I don't think DJ wants to knock Mouse. Rasta Mouse.
Rasta Mouse.
Yeah. So what do we do here?
Well, I would say he's the type of person that I would put on the same level as like Anderson Silva or like you said, them four people that you mentioned.
Anderson Silva.
Yeah, them four people that you mentioned.
Spider.
Anderson Silva.
So, and I'm pretty sure Linus moved GSP down to 9.5, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He thought he was a 9.5. We had him at 9.8.
He also put an asterisk next to like, he said we can't talk about steroids or anything.
We can't talk about steroids.
I remember like we said that and he was like, well, you can't talk about Canelo if you ever do one of them. Like,
if we're going to include that, yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. No, I mean, like, I think you can if it's proven steroid use. Canelo he didn't even get banned. They just kind of was like, oh, yeah, it's contaminated meat.
Jones did, though, didn't he?
Whereas, like, John Jones got, like, banned. DJ. He's in the 9s. I think, for me, in the 9s, easily, because he's one of the greatest MMA fighters ever.
Yeah.
I think there's a select few people that are in the 9s.
Like you said, I feel like
and he's one of them.
It's going to come down to, like, a lot of them are going to be roughly the same thing, but we'll put them in... the same.
Because remember, DJ's like one of the greats.
Yeah,
he is a 9.
Yeah,
he's in the 9. Maybe
on that,
a lower 9.
Second,
you don't hold as much weight as GSP.
In your opinion,
I just don't think he does an influence.
I reckon.
Oh, not an influence. No,
I reckon at 8.99 would be respectable for him.
I'm going. No, not for me personally. I generally think he's a 9.3, 9.2. Like he's a solid 9. I mean, he's a few less than GSP. Whether we're going off the 9.8 for GSP or the 9.5, he's. I would take a 9.1, 2 or 3. Personally,
I could.
Because he's legit. You listen to other MMA people speak about him.
Well,
no, and I don't really want to chuck in losses because at the time he lost to Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz may be one of the greatest bantamweights ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not his
at that time,
and
it wasn't his division. He was up a division. He tried it. Like I can. He reigned for so long. Like
And he's had how many fights again in the
40,
MMA?
Well, his whole career is 41 fights.
I'll go 9-2, 9-3. I'm happy with.
And GSP's where?
I'm going to go 9-3. I'm going to put my foot down. I want 9-3. If you agree with me.
GSP's 9-5.
Linus thinks 9-5.
Yeah.
We had him as 9-8. So it just depends with how we've put a score for both for him and us. Yeah. I mean, like, say if we have a dunk on or something, we can put a score for ours and dunks next to it, or Ibras and dunks or something
GSP
like that.
is fucking.
Yeah, but we're not.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm going back to GSP. I'm thinking about that guy.
What do you reckon?
Do you know what it is?
I'll go with.
I would say like a 9-2 would be.
I'd say a 9-1, 9-2.
I want 9.
No, but you've got to think like where are we going to put Khabib in there when we do it?
Yeah, but then again, he's not even fighting in the he weren't even fighting in the UFC for a lot of them fights either. So you got to add
Khabib
that
ain't got the
in.
resume that
DJ
that
has.
they have, like, because if you go Khabib skills and technique, 10 for wrestling.
Yeah,
but that's it.
Yeah. Because you are dragging him down a little bit on strike.
Like, don't get me wrong, he's in the 9s, Khabib. Whether you go, like, if he's a 9-3 and GSP's a 9-5, Khabib is either just above GSP or not, and then John Jones is just above. Like, John Jones could be the creme de la creme.
Hey,
like, if we're gonna, I'm just tracking things out.
People you mentioned. Khabib,
Bones, Khabib, GSP, DJ. They are like,
yeah, but I think
Anderson Silva. Like,
but if you're looking
they
at
could be the top 5 fighters ever in the UFC.
Khabib ain't.
Volk's
But then
gonna be in there
he's
soon,
never
bro.
lost, has he?
He's never lost. Nah.
He's never lost. So like you can't even say. I know he's not. He's not overall fighter, but it's like he's never lost.
Yeah, he's
Something
never.
with what I have to, not an asterisk, but like he
would kill
when
you.
Tony Ferguson was a dog. Somehow he managed to avoid fighting.
He didn't personally though. It weren't like he ran off. Tony Ferguson blew his knee out from tripping over wires once.
There was
You know what it is?
That was never destined to happen.
Their
That fight.
past was not. Yeah,
they were never meant to fight.
cross,
They were just
man.
never meant to. Because then he takes the Gaethje fight on short notice, knocks years off his life after that. Never the same again after that fight. They were never meant to cross. But I think 9-3 is like fair for DJ. Like, we're talking DJ Demetrius Johnson, like arguably pound for pound goat.
Still a
Still a
Still a
champion.
threat. Still could come back. Yeah.
Two different promotions.
Yeah. And like I said, I really like the fact that like you lost to someone that Morales, and you like, fuck it, I'm fighting him again and beat him.
Because why I'm saying
And
like
then went on attack.
why I'm saying like there's certains that would be in the 9s. Like when we were ranking Klitschko and stuff like that in boxing, like there's a few 9s, but them 9s are like Floyd Mayweather. I don't know. Like you know what I'm saying. But like whereas these people are the greatest UFC fighters ever.
Yeah.
DJ, Khabib, John Jones, GSP. They're like the greatest UFC fighters ever. We're talking about like the Floyd Mayweathers of UFC.
Yeah.
Now we're not talking like no schmucks, no punks.
Yeah,
these are
I
9s.
agree.
These people.
And it's all fine margins.
Fine margins. GSP, yeah, we could
9.25, go in the middle.
9.25.
Yeah, GSP to be fair, 9.5.
Yeah, fair. 9.25,
Yeah, actually
2.5 less. I'll take it. Yeah.
I think Dimitri. Yeah, he does hold clout. He does,
Right.
and he's still a threat right now.
Still a threat.
And he's still fighting right now.
And people, comment down below what you think, especially you MMA heads. There's a lot of you that comment on the MMA stuff. Give us a rating for Demetrius Johnson out of 10, and even leave a GSP one down, and we can put our score, the fan score, the fighters' scores. We can just do a line of scores.
Navigate, man. It's a rough sea out there.
It's a rough sea. It's the Red Sea.
But also, we can like put a photo up on. I can put it on the story and just like
Yeah.
Like Linus's,
Barlet.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Mighty Mouse, he is a dog.
He is a dog, and it was good doing Mighty Mouse. I like that. I got it in one.
Yeah.
Cooler club. So we're beating Mikey.
Yeah, beat me again. I think he beat you now. He got it off one. You've only got
Why are
it
you
off
coming
two.
at me, bro?
I'm just saying.
I got the Triple G one as well.
but
Linus
that was
might
off, like,
take
5,
that.
though.
Yeah, true. We were low down.
And if you didn't get it off the one I said, I was very shocked.
We were low down on the Triple G one.
Yeah.
Triple G's good.
Plus
So would you rate him?
He might have been an 8 something.
Triple G.
Linus was harsh, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Linus, but when he was breaking it down, you got to go back and watch it because he broke it the fuck down.
I think
He did come with legit
because his
emotion.
history No, in boxing, bro. There's
watch it,
there's a lot of boxers.
Yeah. You got to go on Spotify to listen to that.
There's a lot.
On YouTube as well.
There's a lot of boxers as well.
Yeah.
A lot.
And he knew the people he was fighting because that's his weight class.
Yeah.
That's his weight class. That's his. He was like, I grew up watching this. Like, this guy was a dog. This guy was a dog. This guy was a dog. Like, I'm telling you.
It was very good.
It was very good. It was very good.
He literally, do you know, like when we were doing Klitschko and stuff, he knows the people.
So was he put Klitschko? Were we fair with Klitschko?
I think he said Klitschko was quite fair, didn't he?
He said Klitschko was quite fair, yeah, because he was like longevity, like heavyweight champ, like reigned supreme.
Yeah, because you wanted lower.
Oh, yeah, we don't need to get on that anyway. People, leave your scores down below.
I don't even know why I care. Like, it's done.
And maybe put up all the ones we've done so far. Yeah. And we'll get a score and we'll do a fan. We need to make the thing a bit. We need to sort out that. I don't know how we're going to do it on Canva or something.
I'll have
a scoreboard
next time as well.
Yeah. We'll make a good scoreboard and we'll sort that out. But I enjoyed it.
Next time's in Bristol.
Next one's in Bristol. We'll see you next weekend, people. Next Wednesday, we'll see you. It'll be Bristol on tour.
Lads on the sea.
We'll get a few pods in the bank so you won't have to just...
lollies.
Yeah, burgers, yeah. Roberto will be back on. We might even do a fight show with Roberto next week.
When's he fight? He fights on a Sunday.
They all fight on a Sunday.
They all fight on a Sunday.
Yeah, shows on a Sunday because it's bank holiday Monday.
What do they do after that? Beers?
I don't know. No, he said he's going for a meal. Yeah, but we'll see you there. Potential new merch coming. Potential. We got shirts. You ain't got them yet. But they're coming. And people subscribe, whatever. Like, share with a friend, share with me, share with your dad, share with your mum. And laters.